In today's economy, most of us aren't really selling things you can hold in your hand anymore. We're selling experiences, we're selling our expertise, and most importantly, we're selling trust. This is the new world of service marketing, and honestly, mastering it isn't optional. It's absolutely the key to success.
So let me ask you, are you ready for this shift? It doesn't matter if you're a consultant, a developer, a doctor, or a manager. Your success now really depends on your ability to market the intangible. So let's dive in and break down what that really means. Think about it. Marketing a physical product is kind of straightforward, right? You can show it, you can demo it, you can let people touch it. But how do you market a promise? That is the fundamental challenge of service marketing. It's not about listing features. It's all about building trust and proving your value through solid relationships. And that right there, that brings us to the core challenge. How in the world do you effectively market something that your customers can't see or touch or test drive before they decide to buy? This is the central problem we're willing to solve together. Just try to put yourself in the customer's shoes for a second. Without a physical product to look at, every single interaction matters. Every email, every phone call, every handshake. These aren't just little communications. In the customer's mind, they are the product. The relationship itself literally becomes your most valuable asset. And this really brings us to the single most important rule in this whole field. Relationships are the key. Everything, and I mean everything, flows from this. If you can build and maintain strong relationships, you've already won half the battle in service marketing. It's that simple. Okay, so if that's the big challenge, how do you actually solve it? Well, it takes a structured approach. Let's take a look at how you can turn these hurdles into your greatest strengths, all based on a proven 2-day framework. So day one is all about building that rock-solid foundation. You just can't build a great service if you don't understand the new service economy we're all living in. From there, you've got to get inside your customer's head, to decode their behavior. Only then can you actually start to engineer true satisfaction and deliver on what we call the core dimensions of service quality. For instance, service quality, it isn't just some vague, fuzzy goal. It's actually broken down into 5 key dimensions that customers are judging you on. Tangibles, for example, is about the physical evidence of your service, like a clean office or a professional-looking website. Assurance is all about the knowledge of your employees and their ability to inspire trust. You're going to learn how to measure and master all 5 of these. Then comes day 2. This is where you build a powerful strategy right on top of that foundation. It all starts with positioning your service so that you stand out from the competition. Then it's about creating systems to truly listen to your customers, not just guess what they want. This is what allows you to manage your service promises effectively and use technology to really scale your impact. A key tool for this whole thing is what we call the service marketing triangle. Now, it's a simple model, but it is so powerful for making sure everyone, and I mean everyone, is on the same page. It aligns what your company promises, what your employees can actually deliver, and what your customers ultimately experience. When those 3 things line up, that's when the magic happens. And here's how it works. External marketing, that's the promise your company makes to your customers. Pretty straightforward. Internal marketing, this is crucial, is about giving your team the tools and the training they need to actually fulfill that promise. And then interactive marketing is that critical moment of truth where your team delivers on the promise to the customer. A weakness in any one of those 3 sides, and the whole experience can fall apart. All right, so after these 2 pretty intensive days, what do you actually walk away with? Well, you don't just leave with a bunch of notes. You leave with a complete toolkit, ready to go from theory straight into making a real, tangible impact. And the outcomes here are super concrete. You won't just understand service marketing in theory. You'll be able to consult and advise on how to improve it in the real world. And this all leads directly to the ultimate goal, creating happier customers who stick with you for the long haul. To put it simply, you become the person who can solve that intangible challenge. You become the go-to expert your organization turns to when they really need to build better customer relationships and grow the business. Look, this isn't just another training course to check a box. I want you to think of this as your competitive advantage, the key to not just surviving, but actually leading in today's economy. So, you might be asking, who is this really for? Well, it's perfect for first-line and middle managers, for sure. But honestly, its principles are essential for anyone whose success depends on managing people and delivering a service. If your team interacts with customers, these skills are for you. And why does all this matter? At the end of the day, it really comes down to the bottom line. As this final thought shows, effective relationships are the engine that drives repeat sales and the most powerful marketing on the planet, positive word of mouth.
So, the only question left is the one we started with, but maybe framed a little differently. It's not just about being ready for the service economy, it's about being ready to lead in it. So, are you ready to build the future of your business?